Happy Sunday. It is the 12th of December. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. I am making the hubby some cookies. It was supposed to be a surprise, but then he called just now asking what I was up to, just because he's on his break for lunch. And I said, I'm making you something. He's like, are you making me a coconut pie? And I'm like, no. And then he's like, cookies? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, oh, I wanted pie. And I'm like, we just had pie. So I am busy making them. I just got done with the second load in the oven. They just got done cooling on the tray. Now I'm gonna put them over on my parchment paper because I forgot. I must have gotten rid of my cookie cooling trays. So that's something I need to buy because I promised myself, which I am doing, I'm following through with my promise, to bake a little bit more, cook a little bit more, instead of just doing the same thing every single day kind of thing. And today I'm making coconut chocolate chip cookies, if I haven't said that already. So anyways, gonna set you guys down for a second so I can get these off the tray, and then I will talk to you in just a sec. So uno momento. All right, just got the last two trays, well, second to last two trays, because I have just about maybe, what is in there, five cookies. So the recipe says that it makes 2 dozen, but I don't know, I guess my size cookies are a little off than them, but I, of course, had one casualty, sort of. I had one casualty when I was taking it off. It fell in half, so of course I used that one to test, and it's good. So this is the first time using this recipe, and I sort of switched it up a little bit. It calls for just semi-sweet, but Brad and I both really like dark chocolate, so instead of doing 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips, I did half semi and then half dark, just to change it up a little bit. But honestly, I think it needs a little bit more chocolate chip and coconut. So I think the next time I make it, I might just add a little bit more in. But the taste is still really good. The coconut flavor could also use a smidge more coconut extract, I think. But I'm gonna let them cool, and I'll try another one a little bit later for my after lunch snack, because it's going on, I don't know what time it is because both the microwave is going on and the oven's on. It's just 1 o'clock now, so I'm gonna make myself a salad for lunch, and then I'll try a cooled cookie. So far have come out really well because Brad and I both like our cookies not too crunchy and not too soft, and it's sort of like a little crunchy around the outside and soft in the middle. So that part is good. I just think the recipe could use like a little bit more coconut and chocolate, because coconut and chocolate together are yum. So anyways, I just wanted to pop on and start the vlog today because I really haven't done much else today. I did run to the store to grab chocolate chips and then eggs, because we used all of our eggs the other day for making breakfast. Just got done with the last cookies. They're just cooling. I could probably take them off and get them over here to cool. But I figured, since I'm doing this, Brad and I are thinking about, he's gonna have a couple days off the week of Christmas, and well, more than a couple days, I think almost like a full week. And we were thinking about, can't get the last one off. We were thinking about heading somewhere to get away for 2 nights. We had looked at doing Disney. Disney rooms are so expensive right now. I think like the cheapest Disney resort is actually like Riverside, French Quarter, and they're like over $200 a night. And yeah, no. So since our passes are going to be blocked out that week anyways, like there's still plenty of things to do at Disney if you just like resort hop or go to Disney Springs and you know, that kind of stuff. So we're like, since the passes are blocked out, well, they will be blocked out, we were thinking about doing St. Augustine or maybe even driving up to Hilton Head. It's just going to depend on cost. We actually first looked at flights to fly home, but they're just a little bit expensive to fly home this time of year, so we're sort of weighing all of our options, and obviously it's sort of last minute, but I would really love to fly home because we haven't been home for Christmas since we've lived down south, but it's because of our jobs, you know. So decisions, it's just gonna come down to money. So anyways, I'm gonna now finally eat lunch now that the cookies are all done and baked. Let me show you what they look like. So yeah, they look pretty good. This one sort of got a little nudged up, and that one too, but I think it could just use a little bit more chocolate chips, just like maybe a handful, not quite, a half a cup. And then I think the coconut extract flavor and maybe some more shredded coconut would also taste a little good, a little extra coconutty and chocolatey. So next time I will try that using the same recipe, because otherwise, like, they turned out really well. So yay. Good morning, y'all. I did not pick up the camera at all the rest of the day yesterday, which was Sunday. Just checked the boxes. I was supposed to have 2 boxes picked up from the mailman to take because I sold some stuff online, and I don't know if the mail went super early or if something happened, because long story short, I got a box from my parents and a box from my grandparents for Christmas, and that was sitting on the front porch, but it was like 7:45, and I wouldn't have thought that our mail came that early because it's been coming around like 11, or when we first moved in, like the first month, it was coming like after 4, but most recently it's been like 11. So the 2 boxes from my family were on the front porch, so I don't know if they were delivered to the wrong address and a neighbor just dropped them off this morning. But it looks like I'm gonna have to go to the post office to drop off those 2 boxes because it's now like going on noon in about a half hour. So I don't think they're coming, which is annoying. Which, it's not the end of the world because we're not too far from one. But just wanted to come on quick and say good morning. I have so much going on in my head right now, but I need to eat something because I've been up really early this morning. I had breakfast already, but I need to eat some lunch because it's like I said, 30 minutes to 12 or around there. I've just been listening to some Christmas music. Oh, it's actually 12 now. I thought the time was earlier. So anyways, I'm gonna eat lunch, then I'll sit back and chat with you guys and fill you in with the day. But it looks like we're gonna be heading to the post office later today to drop off those 2 boxes. So yeah. Oh, and look, I got my presents got the presents from my family under the tree now. So the tree finally has presents. Yeah, so much to fill you in with in a little bit, but let me eat some lunch first and then I'll come back and chat with y'all. Just got done having lunch, and I'm actually having one of my cookies that I made, and they are really good. However, did I mention that they need more coconut, like both the shredded coconut and like a little bit more coconut extract? And Brad agreed. He's like, they're really good. He's like, they're the perfect texture and everything. And he liked the fact that I put dark chocolate in and not just like semi-sweet, just because he likes dark chocolate better. Anyways, where's I going with this? Okay, so here's the thing about the stuff, like all the stuff that's been going on. So Brad wasn't expecting to be able to take some time off, but he thought he was going to take off this week, but now it's next week. And we initially had looked at flights to fly back home to see my family, because since moving south, it's been pretty much Brad's family. Well, it has been Brad's family coming to visit us for pretty much almost every Christmas since we lived in the south, whether it was in Georgia or here in Florida. And they are not coming this year, which is sad. And so because Brad had some time off that he wasn't expecting, he had started to look at flights last week. Well, not last week, like maybe 2 weeks ago. And flights were pretty cheap to fly home this week to see family. However, he's now working this week, and his week off is going to be next week leading into Christmas. And prices like went from being like $250 round trip for both of us, like super cheap, to like over $1,000 round trip. Boo. So that's not gonna happen now, and it's just frustrating because I really wanted to fly home to see family. The one time that he has an opportunity to go home with me, obviously, to see my side of the family for Christmas, which we haven't been able to spend Christmas with them since we moved. Yeah, it's just frustrating that we weren't able to sort of plan this in advance, because it was sort of last minute, unexpected, and then the change last minute which week he was going to have off was unexpected too. So it's just disappointing, you know. So now, fingers crossed, drive to his sister's house because his parents are going to be there starting sometime this week, and drive up there, stay with them for a couple nights, and drive north to my family to see them for a couple nights, and then drive back home. Working in retail, if you know, you know, you rarely get an opportunity to have more than like a day or two off the week of Christmas, or maybe a third day, just depending on your company that you work for. And to have this opportunity to go see my family for Christmas for the first time since we moved here is just like so awesome. So fingers crossed, by the time this goes out, it will be in the works and we'll be heading there, but just not sure. Just gonna take a peek at the porch to see if the mail went, and it did. Yay. Here's what my wreaths look like during the day. I'll just have to insert a picture of what they look like at night. Yes, there's still blue tape on that door. But speaking of blue tape, we did get I got a phone call from the field manager this morning. So long story short, like a week and a half ago almost, he was out here to fix a few things that were still on our list of things that need to get taken care of. He's finally coming out this Friday to fix and address a few more things. And the flooring people called this morning. The flooring is in. They're still waiting on the tile for the bathroom, but at least the flooring as of right now is going to be fixed on the 28th, which is still a couple weeks away, but at least there's a date. Just to give like perspective on all of our still outstanding issues, there's a lot of big issues with the flooring, not just places where the plank needs fixed, but also where there's numerous, and I mean numerous, paint splotches all over our floor. And the reason why we're so upset is we paid upgraded money for the flooring. So that makes it even worse. The fact that like they didn't take the time to use drop cloths when they were painting the walls and painting the ceilings, or to use painter's tape along the trim. Like that's the kind of stuff that like is just common sense that you would do. Or if you did make mistakes on the floor, clean it up. Like Brad and I have literally cleaned, and me including, myself included, which I shouldn't be doing because of my back, but I'm not kidding you, we find at least 10, if not more, paint splotches on the floor. And there's still quite a few that like we haven't addressed, and we wanted to leave a few to show them the other week when they were here, so we haven't taken the time to finish cleaning them up, but like we're finding them every single day. And I'll show you how bad like the paint is around some of the trim that they're supposedly coming back out to fix. But it's just one thing after the other. Like, it's just bad craftsmanship, you know? I'm not saying this to try to bash Highland Homes. It's just very disheartening as you buy a brand new home and you expect better quality, because we thought the reputation of Highland Homes was like very reputable for this area, and like I just think we got a bad experience, unfortunately. And I just think that it was just rushed. And I've said that many times, and Brad's said that many times to the people we've talked to, but it's just they had so many homes being built during our time frame. Like, I think I mentioned this at least once before, but on a normal given process, they would normally have 20 houses being built at one time in every said development that they had. When we moved in, well, when we started progress on our house, when the construction started, there was over 80 houses in our subdivision. Granted, they hired a second site manager, but I don't know how many additional subcontractors and contractors that they hired, but you can just imagine like the quality and control was just not being done. Like, if you can't have good quality and control having that many houses, you shouldn't have sold that many houses. And that's what we've experienced. I don't know if it's gonna come up on camera that well. I mean, I can see it here, but like right there, and then there's like that big circular thing, that is like damage to the floor. There's even some like right here too. And then like it basically goes all the way down. You can't really see it because of the lighting right now, but there's these like circular spots that are damaged. That is just a stain of some sort on the floor that does not come up. Same thing, like that's a stain on the floor, that's a stain on the floor. And then down further, which it's probably not gonna come up on camera. Oh yeah, it does a little bit. All of those dots, there's a ton more by the door itself, but all of that is some sort of chemical or some sort of cleaning thing that they used on the floor, like glue or something, and it's not coming up. In the lanai bath, this is one of the floors that we haven't really touched too much because we wanted to show them how much paint. So that right there, that's paint, and it's not coming up. Yep. This is paint right here. Oop, I cleaned one up. Oop, I cleaned another one up. But you can see it's all along there. It's all splotches. And then that's paint all around that area too. And then down there you can sort of see like how bad of a job they did with the caulking around the edges. And then there's more paint there too. This is right by the linen closet. Look at that. That's like a big drip. They clearly did not, like, look at that. It's just really bad finishing touches on the house. It's just really frustrating. Like, look how bad that area is. And like, they didn't even finish like the wood, like they just painted right over whatever. Yeah. And then in this bathroom, it's horrible. So look around the toilet. Like, what did they do? There you can see paint along the baseboard that just wasn't good whatsoever. Back here at the front door, yeah, that's paint. Yep. So, and then they did something here to the door, which we've addressed that with them several times. Over here, there's more paint. It's like on every single bolt there for the door. Yeah, now you can see why we're still frustrated, and I feel like from the bottom of my heart we have every right to be frustrated still with the amount of things ongoing. These things just keep adding up, and you can just tell things were rushed. And the bottom line is, like, a lot of them were things that we addressed at the blue tape walk. And I think that's what makes us so disappointed and so disheartened. Like, we get so frustrated about, is because we addressed them at the blue tape walk, you know? And we addressed them again, the things that weren't fixed, at the final walk. And of course, we wrote, there's a signed copy, like they have it and we have it, of those items that weren't finished. And then of course we kept adding to that list after we moved in, and put in warranty issue after warranty, submission after submission after submission. Yeah. So I don't know, like, is every new home construction process like this? No. Are there people that have experienced similar things? Yes. Are there people that experience even worse things? Yes, I'm sure. Like, but I'm just being real and honest with y'all to let you know our true experience and what it's been like and what it is like to this day. It's not been the best experience, you know, and it's unfortunate because we are so excited to be in our house and so grateful for it, but the experience thus far has been not so fun. I wanted to end on like a happy note to tell you that we've decided to, you know, travel to Pennsylvania and to North Carolina to see family, but Brad and I are going to talk about it tonight when he gets home from work, and then go from there. See you all in the next vlog. Hopefully I'll have some news to share tomorrow with y'all, well, in the next vlog, but Brad and I will talk about it tonight, and hopefully we'll decide whether or not we're traveling up north or if we're going to stay here in Florida and just go away for a few nights somewhere, maybe on the East Coast or West Coast. Haven't fully decided. So I'm hoping it's to go see family, but it's just gonna depend on a few factors, so we shall see. But I really, really, really hope that we can go see family, but if not, like, the factors that we're trying to figure out, like, I fully understand, like, it's not, some of the stuff is not things that we can control. So that's what I was trying to say. Anyway, so if you're not already, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and definitely comment down below. We'd love to chat with y'all. As always, have a great day wherever you are, and we'll see you soon.